So, but do you have any questions or
No.
any difficulties in practicing?
I mean, the habitual, the usual difficulties. So nothing,
What kinds of
nothing new. Just like focusing on my breath.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's alright, and I don't know why, but it's more difficult for me to be focused here,
Mm-hmm.
where it's a quiet and peaceful place,
Mm-hmm.
than in my own home, where it's kind of busy.
Mm-hmm.
I can achieve much more
Mm-hmm.
in just 30 minutes. Usually I just do 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
in my home,
Mm-hmm.
than here in 40, 45, 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's making me crazy,
Okay.
but it's alright. I think
That's
it's
fine.
just...
I got the point. Like,
You what?
I can understand like the
Really?
situation. Yeah. It, to be honest with you, it happens to everyone
Already?
who has been practicing. The reason is one thing is the reason is because one reason is our mind has been very busy, and then when you want to let it calm or you want to relax it, it might take much much as time you spend your time being busy with other stuff. So it's like when you suppose you are running and then you are running for 1 hour, then you stop to relax, so you need time to relax your body also.
Yeah, I think so.
Similarly, because I think you have been traveling, and something's traveling is one reason. Another reason is when you sit for longer than normal,
Yeah.
so the mind starts, we call it start cleansing its impurities or its disturbances.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be more aware of your own thoughts, of your own wandering thoughts. It's a good simile given by my teacher. Like, one day I went to him and I asked why I cannot, why I am starting seeing my own thoughts more clearly than before. Like they are disturbing. I cannot meditate. So it kind of distraction, because went to different stuff, like what happened in the last year, what happened in the last month, so
You get disturbed sometimes.
yeah,
By your
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I asked him, and he said, okay. He said, he gave me a simile. He said, okay, have you ever seen any big a trash mountain, a big trash means rubbish, the litter. So you can see it very clearly, like, and sometimes you don't care because it trash in a big trash.
Yeah, I know.
So but if you are supposed to see a very little litter or a small piece of trash in a clean place, you will
Alright.
see it very more clearly.
Obvious. Yeah.
Because this is open space and that place is very clean,
Yes.
and if there is something there, you will see it very clearly.
Actually, I thought it was that, like, because at home I'm always really busy because I'm working and also I'm doing a lot of sports, and so when and I have a usual time to meditate. It's like every morning
Okay.
between 6 and 6:30 I do meditate. So, and I love it when I just woke up, because during the night we don't think at all.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to not think while I have been not thinking for a while. So it's easier, and because there's so many thoughts, I can't focus on any.
Yeah.
So it's easier
Absolutely correct.
than here. I don't have my habits, I'm like chilling, just chilling. I have nothing to do.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's why also it's more disturbing to
Correct,
get focus.
correct.
All right, sorry.
And the third reason is correct, like because you have a specific time for your mind to train. So at that time, when you have been training at that particular time, so it's easy for you. Okay, this time it's time for you to relax. So it has been trained to relax at that time. So it's another one reason, and another one reason like now we have three reasons. I mean, I got 1 point from your experience, because in the morning and you set a specific time to meditate, so you might feel calmer than normal. So this even happened to me when because I know in the morning I meditate, so going to bed I meditate, and sometimes, but when I go to forest and starting meditating, I mean, on the first day, the same thing happened, because normally we meditate from 6:30 to 7:30, so it's a perfect time and the mind has been trained. But normally we are busy with different stuff. So when you push your mind to train, okay, you have to relax at this time. So it's a little bit harder for it, to get used to that time.
Yeah.
It's another reason.
Yeah.
So simply, the Buddha said our mind is like monkey. So it take time to train the mind.
Yeah.
What we have to learn from these kinds of incident is, you can learn from your own mind by, like, I'm sitting alone. I mean, you are not busy with anything. Why the distraction or the disturbing thoughts are arising? So you can understand. It's one thing to understand who is the one who creating it, myself or the environment or the situation or my friends. No, like your own mind.
Yeah, it's
your
always
own
me.
mind. Yeah, your own mind. So it's kinds of reflection to understand that your mind keep forming different thoughts. It's one thing. And another thing is we can, like, to accept the reality, so even me, like, I have to accept it, like, because sometimes you might say that we are busy with different stuff, but not like the lay life. We are busy with teaching, we are busy, we have to plan, we have to give a talk, and we have to do some, like, ceremony, like religious ceremony. So we have to plan. So we have the same thing, but so that thoughts are also distraction. In Buddhism, like, when it comes to practicing meditation, they are also distraction, even they are good, teaching, or planning to do a meditation retreat or workshop. Okay, they are good deeds, but they are still a distraction. So how to manage that is when we are aware, like when we are awake, like when we are doing, like, different stuff. We have to be, like, in Buddhism we call it, one thing is restraint, is one thing. Another thing is we call it, in Buddhism we call it manasikara, is one thing. Another one is vitakka. Vitakka means, like, keep thinking,
Keep thinking.
Yeah, like thinking thoughts. Like, this is what we are doing, okay? Thinking thoughts. So even when I do my work, we have to plan. So it is called thinking thought. We call it vitakka. Like, keep thinking. Even there is good and bad, but even it is good, but it is still a process of thinking. So, but when it comes to meditation, we have to develop kinds of the same mindfulness, awareness of thinking thoughts, not thinking of thinking thoughts, but awareness of thinking thoughts.
Yes.
So this is, we have to balance, like that is why. But we are not trying to stop that distraction or disturbing mind. We just be aware and kindly pay attention and bring it back to the process of breathing in, breathing out, and it will go again, so it will bring it back. So the process between bringing our mind back to the object of meditation from the distraction, we have to be patient.
Yeah.
We have to be like, there is a quality is ardent, like it's what we call a mental effort. So mental effort here, you cannot be frustrated, you cannot be anger or angry, bring it back. You have to be mindfully, kindly bring your thought back again, your mind back again to your object. So this is a training, like you can that. So but and nothing is 3 days, to be honest with you, is not, because not enough to like 3 days.
3 days,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, yeah. So even for
Yeah,
me,
no, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you can learn about a lot about your own mind.
Yeah, and it's just a beginning, a start,
Yeah.
because I wanted to do something, but I didn't know how. And in France, you know, Thich Nhat Hanh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
So he's
the Zen monk. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in France.
Yeah.
And he has also a retreat.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go there this year, but it's kind of more complicated. I mean, it was for me more complicated to go there in France than to come here.
Okay.
So first I choose to come here, and then if I have more time, I would probably go there to learn more. And even if I'm disturbed, even if I don't understand everything right now, I keep in mind everything you said to me and on the paper, and I will think it again and again, and one day for sure it will make sense, more sense than maybe today.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a lot, but not that much, to not put too much pressure on me, and just let it come as it is.
Correct. Yeah. I can understand, like, and I know about the France, like, be busy life, and you know it takes time for you to train your mind, because you have spent much time for busy life for different stuff. So you have to spend the same amount of time to train your mind. And the touch, what is his name? I forgot. Like
Sorry?
the monk in France.
Thich Nhat Hanh.
Thich Nhat Hanh. Yeah, he sent
It's
Buddhist monk, and
like him.
yeah, correct.
Right.
So he used different technique meditation, but it's okay. Like, we have to learn from different places. You can learn from different places, and you can choose, okay, which technique is easier for you to practice. Yeah, because and from my experiences, like, and from my understanding, like, he has more flexible techniques for European people.
Yeah.
He have more, like, I know that he do different stuff, like kinds of compassionate listening, compassionate speaking, compassionate eating. So different stuff he has, like how to be friendly with everyone. So I know the technique, and I also learn from Tibetan monks. I also learn the technique. So
Mathieu Ricard.
Yeah, and Dalai Lama. So they have different technique, we call it, mostly they use chanting, meditation. So anyway, like, I mean, on the journey of spirituality, you have to learn a lot of stuff. So today you learn the mindfulness meditation. So how we practice mindfulness meditation in this tradition, I think you learn that the 5 purposes we have, and the object of what is the object of meditation is your breath, your feeling, your thoughts, and your mind objects. So, and we call it, and the qualities of meditator. So this is the purpose of meditation. So, and our tradition, we have to go beyond the mindfulness, because mindfulness is the base of our meditation. So according to scripture, I think we call the mindfulness of body, you have breath. So now psychologists, they have formed many mindfulness meditation techniques, like eating meditation, working meditation. Okay, like to be honest with you, okay, they are just a part of, they are still in the, we call it in Buddhism, tranquility meditation. Like what number? Still under the tranquility meditation, but our tradition, you have to move beyond that. We call it insight meditation. So by practicing this, you will reach that level. So the purpose of insight meditation, you will reach the place. Okay, call it first thing, yeah. So where we stop, like we stop at the mindfulness, and I explained you about the qualities you have to develop while practicing it, and you have, I think, before doing anything, you have to know your exact vision. So according to the scripture, we have 5 visions or 5 purposes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so, and to reach that way, you have to establish your mindfulness. So you have 4 foundation of mindfulness. So the first thing is, we call it, is the body one, contemplating of the body. So it is under the mindfulness of body. So mindfulness of breathing is the first one. So now what you are doing. So I explained you, yesterday, about the long breath, short breath, and you will follow the whole breath, the whole body, and calming yourself. You will breathing in, breathing out. Okay. So and
just a question about the different breath. So you told me long breath,
short
breath, then sensation.
The whole body.
To hold, like you feel the breath in whole body.
Yeah.
Right, and then.
But not sometimes, not the entire body.
Yeah, just part sometimes.
Yeah, part of the body.
And the last one was.
Experiencing calmness. You breathing in, breathing out. It means you are calm. Yeah. Because the mind is becoming calmer and calmer, because at the beginning, because your mind is not calm and your body is not that relaxed, so you need a long breath. It's automatically happen.
Yeah.
We are not forcing, but
fast. They are fast.
It's sometimes it's longer. Then after that, it's faster. But you have to remember that you don't let your body follow that breath. Because, for example, some people, when they take the long breath, they also do the same, the body reaction to the breath. It is done in yoga, okay. But in this mindfulness of breathing, you are not supposed to do that, okay. And then when you take the short breath, then some people so you cannot let your body follow the breath. So the thing is, you just watch, and it is inside. It's happened inside, okay. And so this happened, but the mind and your body, while they are becoming calmer and calmer, you will just start feeling the breath. So according to scripture, and this happened to everyone who pray, and you will feel something painful when you sit for. But to be honest with you, within 30 minutes, you cannot experience that, because sometimes more 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Some people, when you sit with the cross leg, you get numb.
You get what?
Numb. Numb mean N-O-U-M, N-O-U-M-B, numb. Numb mean it's when you sit for longer, the blood doesn't flow because you block. Yeah. So you get numb. You get numb.
You have a weird feeling.
Yeah. Weird feeling. So, and sometimes you are in pain. So your leg is painful, your arm is painful. So you there is a mentality pushing you that okay, it's enough. You have to stop. It's painful, but when you continue, then you start experiencing that. When you continue again and again, the we call it the wind. The breath will go there, the wind. We call it the wind. So you will and you know the way how to react to the painful we call painful sensation. You know the way, you like, okay, you will reach a stage, okay, it is painful, okay, because this is the nature of the body, it is painful, it is sometimes, because it's a part of called pleasant sensation, and I'm sorry, unpleasant sensation, because it pain, it's suffering. So, and you will learn also about that that feeling, that sensation. You train your mind how to stay calm and how to stay or remain still and remain calm while you experience the pain. So this is training that like we learn not to be depressed in pain. You get the point?
Yeah. To overcome it.
Yeah. And you are not trying to overcome that pain. You train your mind not to react to that pain.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like stay calm, stay focused on your breath, stay still, and stay blissful. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, it's the nature of the body, and you will understand that. Okay, you will understand that if there is a rising, there is a passing away. So then if you keep practicing and practicing, and then it will go away. So you will start feel the calmness within your whole body. Feel the calmness, like it's such a calmness. You feel, we call it very subtle breath. You feel very subtle breath. Sometimes you cannot feel that breath. Get the point?
Yeah.
The fourth stage, very subtle. It means that you are feeling a calmness of your own breath. No long breath, because at the third stage you will feel the gross, the hard one, the solid one, and the pleasant one and unpleasant one. Like you will feel everything. That's why we call it the whole body. So you will feel different sensation. Okay, but the final one, you will feel such a calmness, because after that stage you will reach a calmness, like breathing in, breathing out. We can reach it.
When you feel that, you feel also very light, enlightened, and happy, and
it's kinds of happiness. It's kinds of calmness
warm,
within. It's warm, like because your breath become very subtle. Like subtle in the sense there is a breath, but you feel it's very subtle, very serene breath inside. You will feel inside.
I think I have already felt it.
But it's very cool inside. But I don't know how to explain that. So I will read this.
Right.
But at that time you have to train again. Okay, I will breathe out, calming the whole body process. Okay, I will breathing out, calming the whole process. So from our masters that I show you, he explained it. He explained the same in the scripture: long breath, short breath, and he called the third one is kinds of create ហ្នឹងមានឈឺមានអត់ឈឺហ្នឹងមែនទេលោកគ្រូចង់សម្ដែងឡើងហ្នឹងមែនទេគ្រូគ្រៀតហ្នឹងយើងអាចពេលខ្លះឈឺជើងហ្នឹងទៅពេលខ្លះឡើងហ្នឹងទៅពេលខ្លះវានៅក្បាលហ្នឹងទៅដល់យើងយូរទៅវាចូលក្នុងណាទី3ណាអត់ទាន់បានហ្នឹងហើយអូខេហ្នឹងនៅពីហ្នឹងអូខេso in according to him he call it it is kind of in a conflict mean like when you sit, like you sometimes you feel very pain, sometimes you feel pain here in your head. It's kinds of block, it's kinds of block here, it's kinds of block here. So like simply when there is a unpleasant sensation arising, we feel kinds of aversion. This is the nature, and sometimes after that you will feel like very cool here, like it makes you to like it. So that is a training not to react to any kinds of of sensation while you are practicing. That is the third stage. So the final one, we call it I am breathing in and breathing out, calming the whole body process. The whole body process here means the whole breath, and in the same way the whole body, like you will feel such a calmness. And at that point again, you have to be aware not to attach to that calmness. It's very important, like, because the more attached you have, the more craving you will have. So craving results in aversion again, because now you feel very calm and you want it, oh, I like it, I love it, I want that calmness, but suddenly, immediately, it passes away. So it will go to the long breath again. So it might make you frustrated. Oh no, I want that breath again. No. So this is the training. Okay, whatever that is why I told you, whatever you experience while you are focusing on your breath, you just stay calm, stay still, no excitement, no attachment, no aversion, nothing. You like, this is the calmness. This is, we call it the stage of equanimity. Equanimity. Upekha in Pali. Equanimity. Thầy có thấy mình đấy. Okay, so yeah, she's a teacher also, so she explained me like about your experience, because some teachers can see what you are doing, like they can see from your own sitting. So she told me that you has reached the fourth one. You have reached the fourth one, but sometimes you don't let it flow to reach.
Oh yeah, she told me this morning, but like I said to her that I have big pain in my back. Yeah, she understood. So I find it easier to stay in the meditation sitting if I force my breath, because the pain is less present. So I can do short breath, but then the pain is back.
Okay, I got the point. Okay. Con ở dưới đây có tha. Chư nữa nè. Lời cài. Nè.គាត់ចង់និយាយថាហ្នឹងហើយពេលដែលគាត់ថាពេលគាត់ចិត្តរៀងគាត់ស្ងប់អានឹងហើមតូចហ្នឹងគឺខ្នងគាត់ចាប់ដើមឈឺគាត់អត់មានរោគហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងគាត់ថាគាត់ធ្លាប់ប្រើវិធីកាលណាគាត់ដូរដង្ហើមគឺគាត់អត់សូវឈឺទេដូរហ្នឹងវាបាត់វាអត់វាទៅមុខផងហ្នឹងតែហើមវាមកតែប៉ុណ្ណឹងណែ Okay, so from our own experiences and for her own experiences and from our teacher, like I can understand your issue, like when you change, like when you go back to the long breath, like you might feel that you don't feel your own the back pain. Yeah, because I know it's kinds of we call it replace, like by or no, we can say like diverge your mind to not to feel not to focus on the breath, but when you change from the subtle breath to the long breath, you might not feel the pain. Yeah, that is okay.
កន្លែងហ្នឹងអាចញ៉ាំចិត្តថាគេថាស្លាប់ចោលណាបដូរដើម្បីពធកន្លែងហ្នឹងមានគេគ្នាទូទៅចឹង
ហ្នឹងហើយថ្មយល់ថ្មយល់ okay, so the thing is, okay, I just, it's not our suggestion, but either you can do or not. Like when you read that state, yeah, everyone will face the pain, but if you don't focus on pain, but you let your mind flow with the breath, because you are in the fourth stage. So when you let it flow, you will experience more and more very subtle, the more and more calmness within. And when you reach that stage, even the back pain is go away. Okay, so it is kinds of determination we have to make. So even for me, when I sit, sometimes I cannot bear like 1 hour, like it's very pain. But after practicing, I can sit 1.5 and 2 hours like without pain. So from every meditator's experiences is everyone will reach where, because what happened is, because one thing is our mind experienced before that it is pain in the back, so mind is there, the pain is there, the physical and mental pain is in your back. So when you reach that stage, and one thing is, according to the experiences, the wind like is blocked there. It's blocked there in the pain. So if you stop there, is one thing is, as he said, and my experience, you just in the same circle. You don't move further. You don't experience more and more calmness by practicing this breathing exercise or mindfulness of breath, because to be honest with you, it is in the scripture and in our system, I mean in our understanding system, like sometimes we have to give up.
Yeah.
We don't think the body, like, okay, anything happen to body, to my body, it doesn't matter, so I have to experience that. So it kinds of a strong determination to make that. This one thing. So like, because you will feel very, I don't know, explain it, very calm when you reach that stage. It's such a calmness, and you can sit even for 2 hours, or you can sit for 3 hours. So it kinds of circle. Nhưng quả đắng này. Tao là hồi đang hay bởi tự chạm năng luônប៉ុណ្ណាវាស្ដើងណាណា
ដល់ពេលអញ្ចឹងទៅជួនកាលអ្នកខ្លះគេតាមក្បាលធម្មជាតិអ្នកខ្លះអត់ទេ
អត់ដឹងអីសោះមក
សម្គាល់កំណត់ថាឲ្យតតដឹងថាវាល្អិតដល់ថ្នាក់ឲ្យលុតហ្មងអាហ្នឹងមិនយើងលះបង់កាយទៅថាស្លាប់ទៅ
ណា
តតែឃើញលុតបាត់ឈឹងមកផ្លែ
ហ្នឹងហើយទៅកើតឡើងវិញ
ដល់ពេលបើខ្ញុំកណាវិញខ្ញុំកណាមិនមែនថាខ្ញុំកណាឲ្យលុតខ្យល់ខ្ញុំកណាពិចារណាថាខ្ញុំកណាស្លាប់ដូចស្លាប់ចឹងបាក់អស់វិញនៅតែខ្យល់ហើយអត់មានឃើញខ្លួនស្លាប់ដល់ពេលនេះដល់ពេលកើតឡើងវិញបានកើត
ហ្នឹងហើយ
កើតតែខ្លួនហ្នឹងអីតែបានជាក់អស់
អូខេ
ដល់កន្លែងហ្នឹងតើយើងឲ្យតាមតែដល់ស្លាប់ចោល
So what the thing is, he explained is like, one thing you will reach a stage that calmness, and after the calmness, very subtle breath, and when you practice again and again, you will reach the station where you don't even feel your body and you don't feel your breath. You don't feel that. You feel nothing at that stage, but you're still aware. Even your breath, even your body, wherever you sit, you don't feel that. Like it kinds of such calmness. But at that stage, some meditators, if they don't have experience, they might fear, okay, I'm going to die, because no body, no breath. But when you just let it flow it will come back again, the long breath. So what I want to say, this is the circle. And why we have to train our mind to reach that place is because in Buddhism, we have to understand that there is no one experience the calmness, there is no one breathing in, breathing out. That is why we call it contemplating body as body, contemplating breath as breath. There is no I, there is no mind, there is no me. That is the stage. Like this is the understanding we have to experience. You get the point? Like. Quạt đo lại đó nào. So. So yeah. Quạt have ตลอดก่อนเธออยู่นะแล้วแต่ก็เธออยู่ได้กดคลาดชื่อกดชื่อนะSo to be honest, like what she said is like she had been suffered from like kinds of we can say mental disorder, and like she keep practicing it, and she's reached a state that she didn't even feel the breath, but she realized that okay, let it be. If I die, it's okay. So like she experienced that there is a rising and passing away of the breath. You get the point? So this is long breath, short breath, the whole body breath, feeling the calmness of the breath, and you will reach a state, a very subtle one. And after the subtle one, you feel nothing. Then after you feel that nothing, sometimes if you are not aware, if your awareness, your comprehension is not that strong, you might feel. But at that time, you have to need something to console yourself that okay, it is not a state. It is not a state of death. It is a state of calmness that every meditator's experience. Then again, it come back again. So we experience here like arising and passing away. It's the nature of everything in the world. So we call it impermanent, arising and passing. So what she suggested is, because I think she look after you, so she know that you have reached that stage, but you bring it back again, like force, but not that forcefully you bring it back like to the long breath again. Like you don't let it flow, but you change your breath, and as you explain, because you feel the pain, the back pain. That's okay. Like,
but it's also that I know that it's maybe not your approach, but it's the one I have practiced in France. Is that you acknowledge that you have a pain, you don't ignore it, you just acknowledge it, you look at it, and you embrace it. You like send it.
I know that technique.
So that's what I was like more doing. So you don't ignore it and just keep focus on the breath. You still focus on the breath, and then I was just sending like all the energy I could get from the breath to the pains, because I was feeling that my chest was getting closer and closer and closer, and I couldn't breathe because of the back pain. But at the beginning, I don't feel the back pain. I mean, right now I can still feel it, but it's so tiny that it's really bearable. But after 30 minutes, it's like getting more and more. So I think that's why she saw me doing first okay, and then getting back to the long breath. So yes, that was I was doing. It's maybe not the right thing to do. I will try what she recommend to me. I will try something. I will try to just be focused on the breath and forget like the pain.
Correct. I can understand what you're saying, but this you can, to be honest with you, you can experience, or you can try different techniques.
Yeah.
So the techniques I know, like it's I know that technique and I practiced before. It's, to be honest, it helps every technique, but the technique we practice, and according to the scripture, simply whatever is happen, like even the back pain, even the numbness, even the mind wandering, whatever happened at that moment, we train our mind to stay still and calm and mindful. Like even long breath, short breath, simply any sensation happen at that time. So it's like this, okay, like anything will happen at that time. So what you have to do is, I explain it again, you are just observer, and you don't intellectualize anything. You get the point? So I mean, the technique you use it's correct. It's let you calm down, make you happy. But
you do intellectualize.
Yes, I have to do, like, it's kinds of intellectualize.
But I think that, I mean, I did it because I think that my pain is not a real pain. I think my pain is like more
mentally.
Yeah, maybe from stress from work, that I'm not anymore at work, so I'm not under stress, so now I can feel the pain. You know, I think it's more something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do intellectualize it.
Yeah. That's, or we can say, kinds of rationalization. So it's okay, like sometimes we have to use that. Even me, I use that. But when you want to experience the calmness, you just let it flow. Anything happen at that time, you just let it flow. You are not intellectualize even the theory. You just follow your breath. You observe your breath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Okay, it is pain. Okay, come back again. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Like this how we call it, like, and that 2 stages you have to learn. And to be honest, as I say again, like, you are learning, you are studying about your own breath or your own body without craving and without aversion. So, and this technique is go beyond the intellect, go beyond the intellectual experiences. It's about how to say in English. It's about we can say self experience, or this is the term, actual experience. Like actual experience and intellectual experience is different. Okay, I mean, everything is in the body. So what you have to do is you have to observe it. You have to observe it, and we can use the word like technique. We can use accept it, not to ignore, but that mentality will happen there. Okay, but and what you didn't accept, it's not wrong. What you are doing is not wrong, but you have to go beyond that, because if you don't go beyond, you still use your body, and you will just we call it intellectualize it. Yeah, you still like not observe, but when you reach some stage very difficult, you can use that intellectualization, but when you are calm down, you have to stop. Because there are another technique in Burma, in Sri Lanka, and some from meditators, when you got distraction, they give you another technique. It's one thing is rationalization, another one is, we can say, intellectualization, another one is counting meditation. Like you have to count your breath, breathing in, breathing out 1, breathing in, breathing out 2. So it kind of bring your mind back from a distraction. But when you are calm enough, you have to stop doing that. You get the point? So you are doing, I'm saying, no, it's not wrong. It's a technique from different teachers.
Like you said,
yeah. So when you feel okay, now I can continue. So you have to stop doing that. Then you will go back to its actual and natural way. Okay, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Let it go. Breathing in, breathing out. So this is the technique. So so right. As I said, like 3 days is not enough, but it's anyway you have to practice and you have to learn. It's good. At least we cannot pass that stage. and don't get frustrated, okay? Don't
Oh,
get
I won't.
don't get because this is the journey of spirituality. Sometimes we experience, sometimes we don't experience, okay? We have to say, we have to learn to say, okay, like either calm or not calm, or disturbing mind, because like in Eightfold Path, there is, we call it right concept, or we can say right thought. So it's a part of wisdom. So in that part, you have three elements. One thing is, we call it Avyapada, it's kinds of kindness. Another thing is non-violence. Another final one is letting go. So wisdom, not only letting go, but there is a kindness, there is a loving kindness there. So what I want to say, it kinds of kindly accept everything happens. So then anything, calmness, even not calm, sometimes it happened to me, because when I sit for 1 hour, sometimes no, I was only aware of the distraction, but sometimes like I feel my breath only few times, then distraction again, then but I train my mind not to feel frustrated or depressed, or not too excited when I feel So then my teacher say, after sitting, don't bring whatever in the sitting meditation and analyze. No, just you finish sitting at that time. So now you are doing your work, so you cannot think, oh, what happened to my...
That's right. Yeah. It's like during you are sitting meditation, don't overthink about all the things you will do after. Just
correct.
Be in the moment.
Correct. Okay, so you can practice. So like she just suggested, because she experienced that, like she want you to experience, like she want like the fourth one, like said, I'm sorry, I was mistakenly explained, you was only in the third stage, so she want you to go to the fourth one. So to go to the fourth and to pass the fourth one. So like she said, she experienced that sometimes you might feel not easy, and sometimes this is I want to explain. This is the station where when you stop focusing on the breath, and you focus on your pain, and you let yourself intellectualize the pain. It's mean here like your mindfulness is not that strong, like, because when your mindfulness is strong, you know that, and when you know, you will bring it back again to the breath. You get the point? So mindfulness is not about intellectualize. So when your mindfulness is stronger, but at that time, if you know that okay, I must stop, and I must bring my mind back to my breath and stop focusing on my pain. So that at that point is mindfulness arise. So but if you just follow the pain and just interact like it, what she said and from my experience, like your mindfulness will develop very slowly. So this is the point. So okay, you can understand that.
Yeah, but you may not maybe believe me, but I think I have experienced the fourth in a way, in my level, let's say. Because I'm doing a lot of sports, like a lot. I do like maybe 10 hours sports per week, and strong sports. So I have lots of endorphin, and usually I do meditation the next morning after sports, and because I have done sport the night previously, then I sleep very well and very calmly, and then in the next morning I'm still full of endorphin, and my breath is so calm, and my mind is so empty that I can reach it easier, even in 30 minutes.
Okay.
I
So
think I have really experienced it.
Maybe like different explanation, but that's why I said when you meditate, just put everything down. So it's kinds of sharing experiences. When you meditate, putting everything down, even my explanation, even any other explanation, just put it down, be with your breath.
That's why, I mean, because I think I have already experienced it. I'm not craving to reach it again.
Correct.
If it happens, whenever it happens, I will be happy.
Correct.
But I'm not reaching for that.
Correct. Like when we sit, we don't. Okay, I want to reach that fort. No, it's kinds of step by step.
And actually, every step is nice.
Correct.
So
you have to be with every step.
I appreciate everyone.
Okay, thank you. So you can sit. Okay, you are welcome. You can sit. At night, you can sit in your room.
Yeah.
Can you